What's going on, Facebook Live? Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be going over our newest book. Finally caught you online. Nice to finally see it. And thanks so much for writing back to me, Vilma, on email. I love getting email responding from you, and when people write back, I love it. If you guys have any questions, we have a book that we're launching here. It just came out actually last week. Gerald Williams. What's going on, Eddie, Mike, Robert, Abram Balestra? What's up, my man? What we do here at DreamStarters is we help entrepreneurs write and publish best-selling books, and then we teach them how to use it as a marketing tool. So if you are looking to write a book and position yourself as an expert in an industry or some type of field or in your business, and then use that as a marketing tool to get clients, get speaking gigs, get attention, get leads, we're able to help you out with that. The book that we just launched last week, a brilliant guy, his name is Gerald Williams. The foreword by Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler helped out with this book. If anybody who doesn't know Jay Cutler, then you guys, I don't know if you've been paying attention to anything in the sporting world. Jay Cutler is the 4-time Mr. Olympia. You know how Arnold Schwarzenegger became the very popular weightlifter, and he became Mr. Olympia, I believe, 4 or 5 times, somewhere in there? Well, Jay Cutler did the exact same thing. And he wrote a foreword. I can read you some of his foreword. But what Gerald does is he's an entrepreneur, he's an educator, a psychology professor, and he's using his book to build his brand up. What's going on, Ben, Cedric, Marilee, Chris Klingman? What's up, man? Anybody else here? Virgil, Eddie. Guys, have any questions about writing your own book? Please comment it. We can help you out. Our marketing company, we are more of a marketing company than actually a book company, and we help people become bestsellers through our channels and how we market books. If you have any questions, please comment it below, and I'll get back to you either now, or if this is on a repeat, I'll get back to you. I work from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We have writers all over the United States. And what I do is I interview people, hear their story, bring their story to life in a book, and we have professional writers on staff that help you do that. Professional writers, professional editors, professional graphic designers. What's going on, Mark? Vilma, like I said, if you have any questions, I'd love to help you write your story too. I see the stuff you post on Instagram. It's awesome. Braden, thanks for joining in with us. Anybody have any questions? Like I said, this is Gerald Williams. He is actually one of the guys who competed in the Mr. Olympia contest. I think it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and he placed number 15. This guy's a big deal. Really smart guy, entrepreneur, invests in real estate. He's based out of California. Good friend of mine is Jimmy Bluff. And this is Jimmy Bluff's book. He knows him, and that's how I actually got to know Gerald Williams. But Jimmy Bluff is a natural healer in Hollywood, works with some big names. You can check him out. Tony Robbins, Slash from Guns N' Roses, and he actually works with a lot of bodybuilders, and one of which is Gerald Williams. And Gerald Williams, just to give you a quick little story from him, Jay Cutler helped out with this book. What we're trying to do with DreamStarters is get a lot of professional, big-time entrepreneurs, big names to start writing forwards for some of our books. And if you guys know anybody who wants to write forwards for some of our authors, Gerald actually knows Jay quite well. And let me just read you a quick little thing from Jay Cutler. Hey, what's up, Mark? I'm doing well, man. Anybody out there who's looking to position himself as an expert, I'm telling you right now, you need a book. Why is that? Because the way the world works is that they're always looking for best-selling authors to be at speaking events or to teach a class or whatever. So one of the prerequisites of becoming an expert nowadays is having your own book. And I believe everybody has something to teach another person, whether it's about business, whether it's about self-help, whether it's about personal growth. You have something to teach another person. And if you can brand yourself as an expert in a certain industry, then and only then can you actually get people's attention. I don't know what type of businesses you guys are into, but a book only helps you secure that position as an expert. And be wary of people who don't have books. There's a lot of people who want to hide their story. You'll see a lot of experts, coaches out there, but they don't want to share their complete and authentic story. Maybe it's because their story is not as sexy, magnificent, romantic as you would think from their social media profile. But you want to hear people's full, authentic story. Then you're able to say if you have any commonality with them, if you're familiar with them, if you do your own research, you have more content to base it off of. There's a lot of coaches out there who really have not really accomplished too much in life. They maybe even started their own business, but they're teaching it. You want to learn their whole story, pick up their book and start reading it. Thanks a lot. Peanut Butter Jelly Time 79. That's very nice. I love that handle. I design, install custom concrete handscapes. Awesome, man. Like to hear it. So let's just say, to give you an example, Mark, if I were you, I'm telling you right now, you would write a book about how to maybe appreciate your home with concrete landscapes. 10 ways to appreciate the value of your home with concrete landscapes. What you would do is write a book about that. Maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 different things that you've done and maybe the value that it increased the home. Or some ideas of how to appreciate a home, and then one of which is, you know, concrete custom landscapes. Whatever it is, you write a book about it. And then you go around to door, whether it's you use the phone book, you can start reaching out to people saying, hey, I wrote a book. I'd love to give you a free copy of via ebook. Would you like a copy of my book? It became a bestseller on Amazon. That person's going to get a copy of your book, whether it's going to be via electronic or an actual hard copy if you want to spend the $3, $4 per book. And whenever they do make a decision if they're going to appreciate their house, they're going to actually put something into it. Are they going to go with that landscape company down the road, or are they going to go with you who gave them a book? Who are they going to do business with? The best-selling author, Mark Dudek, the concrete landscape expert, the home value increaser expert, or are they going to do with a landscape company that doesn't call them back every once they call to get a quote? Who are they going to do business with? And so that investment to actually write the book or have somebody else write it for you can pay off in 1, 2, or 3 different deals. And if you can get 10 leads, 100 leads, 1,000 leads throughout the year, and you have sales skills to actually close deals, then the book will be a lead magnet to pull in information to get their attention to close them deals. Does that make sense? We've got an ebook, 5 simple ways to improve your yard. Beautiful. There we go. Do you have that? Is it available out there right now? Now, I'll be honest with you, an ebook is awesome. It's the #1 way lead generator, depending on how many pages it is. We believe in pages of at least 100, 90 minimum, maximum 120. So why is that important? Because whenever you go to print it, it needs to look this thick. There are people out there who will not do business with, if they get a copy of the book and it's, 3 pages, 4 pages, 10 pages deep. You're not going to get that printed. It's going to look like crap. It's going to be like a pamphlet. That's not a book. How many pages is it, Mark? Let me know, man. What's going on, Luis? What's up, buddy? I haven't heard from you for a while. I hope things are well. I know that you got a lot going on, and I can't wait to see that book, which has a wicked cover already, come to life. But if you have any questions of, look at this guy. I don't know if you've seen this one, man. 25th Hour, Developing Efficiencies. Sorry, that was a text message I just got. 25th Hour, Developing Efficiencies to Manifest Your Life Goals. Jay Cutler wrote the foreword for this. This guy's a big deal out in California. Recommend checking him out. Gerald Williams, psychology professor, entrepreneur, real estate investor. Very similar to what you're doing, I think, Luis. You know, you're into real estate and all that, so you guys should connect. 15 for now, just a lead generator. Beautiful, man. So, Mark, you're using it the correct way. Use it as a lead generator, but here's another thing. You go to events, concrete landscape design. I would spend the $1,000 and go to actually home events, home shows, which I've done in the past. If you go to the good ones, you're probably spending a minimum of 800 bucks, maybe up to 1,500, maybe even $2,000. But I'm sure one sale will take care of that $2,000, and you probably pull in a lot of information, a lot of leads from that. What I would do is print maybe 20, 30 copies of a book. Got to get it up to at least probably 100 pages. You can do that in certain ways. We actually write books for people. We hear your story, bring your story to life, and turn your story into a book. Then our marketing department will help promote it on a certain day. We'll boost it up, turn it into a bestseller. Once it's a bestseller, you're a best-selling author. Now you can use that in a multitude of ways. We build a web page, show you how to generate leads from that, show you a social media strategy, connect the dots. So it automates the process. People follow you, get the book for free, learn a little bit about you, and then eventually you reach out and do business with them. But yes, so I would get 10, 15, 20 different copies of this book. And what I would do is take it to the events, have it there, and say, listen, if you sign up today for a free quote, I'll give you a signed copy of my book, which is a bestseller. Give them a copy of the book, probably generate 100 leads. You close 10 of them. Each average sale, I would just ballpark right around $5,000, $10,000 on an average sale for something that you're doing. So you just say you close 10 deals, that's 100 grand, man, if it's a $10,000 sale. Our fees are $5,000 to write a book for you, turn it into a bestseller, build a web page, show you a social media strategy. We do all that for $5,000, payment plan available if you're looking to do that. Kara, digital marketing. What's going on, Kara? CIA words, CIA words. I don't know if that's CIA. If you are in the CIA, that's pretty awesome. Kara Blood, digital marketing. Anybody have any questions? 10,000 is about average. Very cool, man. So I'm right. Yeah. So if an average sale is $10,000 and you capture 100 leads, my assumption is that your close rate is probably, just ballparking, I would think that your close rate is 20%. Could be more. I worked in the home remodeling industry, and I know that the average for windows, doors, and roofs is about 35%. So with something like that, I would think that if they come to you, they know what they're looking for a little bit. And I would think that you're probably a minimum of 20% close rate. What's your close rate? Good guess. Yeah, I know a little bit about that stuff. But I'm really more into marketing. I understand how people buy, how people think. And marketing to me is really the lifeblood of a company. People say sales. Well, guess what? What comes before the cart? The horse. Marketing's the driver, I believe. You capture the leads, and enough leads can lead to sales. So you got the greatest salesman in the world, but if you don't have leads, if you don't have a way to market yourself, if you don't have a way to position yourself, you don't want to be chasing people your whole life. You want them to come to you. Correct marketing does that. Correct positioning with a book does that. Branding yourself as the expert in a certain industry does that for you. So what I would do is set up a system that people come to you. And then you, as the face of the company, are the salesman. You don't need to hire a ton of different salesmen to keep reaching out to people. You are the salesman. Have it all funnel down to you. Then, once you get a great client, maybe a big name, maybe an athlete, maybe a movie star, wherever you're at. I'm not exactly sure where you're at. But what you do is you showcase that. You say, you know what, I'll use your testimonial. I'm going to use pictures of this yard. I'm going to show everything on my website. I'll give you a discount in exchange to use all this information to help me close other deals. Give you a little backstory here. I helped out with a pool company last year, a swimming pool company. One of their clients was Marc-Andre Fleury. Who knows the Pittsburgh Penguins here? Huh? Marketing as a driver. You are 100% right. That's damn right, Kara. Marc-Andre Fleury was a customer of theirs. Yes, working on the mayor right now. Very cool. Yeah, man. North Carolina. Very cool, man. Anyway, Marc-Andre Fleury was a customer. And I said, listen, how many years has Marc-Andre Fleury been a customer of your business? I think they probably said 6, 7 years. What I said was, you know what? He owes this much money. What I would do is decrease that much money, but you go to him and say, let me use a testimonial from you, Marc-Andre Fleury, on my website, on any marketing brochures. but we'll give you a discount. We're just going to use your words to help us promote ourselves. And he agreed to it. And guess what? When people would go to that website, they would see Marc-Andre Fleury as the first thing as one of their customers. Now, if anybody who has money, they're going to say, you know what, if I'm going to be working with a swimming pool company, I want to work with somebody who has clients like Marc-Andre Fleury. The decision-making process is already half done. They already know that you're a trustworthy company. Now you figure out how you're going to service them. Kara, the payment plan options are, it's $5,000. Payment plan options are $2,000 down, and then the rest upon completion, which usually is 30 days later. Now, if you cannot afford the remainder, which would be $3,000 down at the end, we require $2,000 down at the end, and then $500 a month afterwards. So 2,000, 2,000, 500, 500. That makes sense. Everything takes 30 days. Are there strategies in marketing my products? What type of products do you have exist to praise? What type of products you got, man? I'm a big believer in high dollar sales. Why hard dollars? I like Mark Dudek's, by the way. Mark Dudek's business. Check this out. What's your business name, man? Tell me your business name. Yeah, if you get the mayor, that's a huge, big deal. I'm working on a client that's I'm working on the governor of a guy who's running for governor of PA right now. So you just said mayor. I'm working on the potential governor of Pennsylvania. There's a guy named Tom Wolf that we need to beat, and there's a guy named Mango going up against him. So I'm trying to help out with Mango's social media and his marketing. I'm gonna try to. I'm not there yet. CSD Hardscapes. Very cool, man. Everybody, check out CSD Hardscapes. These are the type of businesses that are going to help a startup get going. Why is that important? Catering company. So you have a high dollar, high profit margin sale too. That's awesome. So if you add, that's more of a service to me. Catering company is a service. That's a great business to be in. Convenience always will have a demand. Services are easy to change, adapt, and find new areas. Products are bad. Products are bad in the very beginning unless you have a big network. Why are multi-level marketing companies a great idea for people? Because it's a product, but it has a huge network with a huge brand already attached to it that you are able to reap the rewards from. But if you're creating a product, if you're going to create a product and try to sell it, this is a very low margin, low product sales. You have to sell 1 million of these to actually do well. You don't want that. This guy right here, his name is Mark Dudek, CSD Hardscapes. If he sells probably 10 in a year, his bills are paid and he's a happy camper. But he doesn't want to settle with 10. Probably wants to settle with many. But if he reaches out to a neighborhood, probably finds a zip code, knows that this is the average income in this area, and these are the people who most likely would buy. He spends all of his energy and resources on this zip code, on these neighborhoods, goes door to door, goes email marketing, goes direct mail. He knows that approximately 10% of that will come back, and he'll be able to close 20% of that. You got to get your numbers in your head. That's correct marketing. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, okay, so catering. What you'd want to do with that, this is an idea, okay? Your clients are probably people getting married. I don't know. This is just an idea. I'm not married, but I'm thinking that if your clients are potentially people getting married, maybe big events, maybe law firms, people who cater, I would write a book that says 100 ways to make your event a success. 100 ways to put on the greatest company party. 50 ways to make your wedding event absolute success. Then you could do a social media campaign where he says target people who are 25 to 30, and people most likely getting married, I think, are right around 28 or 31, somewhere there. And you could send out an automated message to people who are 28 to 31 once they get in your network, a free copy of your book in a certain area. And what you want to do is basically build yourself or brand yourself as the expert in catering for weddings or for law firms or for businesses. Whatever you want to do, you want to position yourself as the expert at catering. Now, what classifies you as an expert? How many years you've been doing it? what you've been through, who you've learned from, what do you do? And the truth is, people want to do business with experts. One step further, people want to do business with people who are experts, who remind them of themselves. That's why your story matters. I've written a bunch of books recently, and I'm telling you, a lot of people have the same type of message. When you're starting a business, you need vision, right? Well, how you learned about vision for starting a business is different from that person down the street, or different from that other person on social media. And that's why your story is your competitive advantage. How you learn the lessons is just as important as the lessons you want to teach. And you share that in your story, people pick up on that, and they want to do business with people that are experts, great lessons, great messages to teach, but also they have a story that reminds the reader of themselves. No problem, Mark. If you have any questions, man, have you helped anyone in the MLM? Yes, Gabe. A couple people I've helped out in the MLM world. Two people I really, really, really recommend. Lloyd Williams wrote a book. Let me pull it up here for you. Lloyd Williams. Okay? Lloyd Williams, super legit, real deal guy, super successful down in El Paso, San Antonio. I think it's San Antonio. He was with a company called Kyani. Kyani is a big deal company that helps out with, I guess, like blood pressure, vitamins, all different stuff. There's one right there. And then the other guy, great dude, awesome, knows his stuff, Cedric Penn, has been in many different multi-level marketing companies. And here's another one by Cedric, The Millionaire's Guide, 10 Mistakes to Avoid in Building a $1 Million Business. Just a couple there for multi-level marketing. And there's probably a couple more that are in it. I just don't know. If they're still doing it. But that's pretty much it with the multi-level marketing. A couple other people. Gabe messaged me. I'm not sure. Not sure if you're messaging me. But anyway, if you have any questions, man, please reach out to me. Anyway, going back to the story here. This guy got Jay Cutler as a forward. Now, how is that going to help him? Well, guess what? Forwards are really important if people don't know who you are, but they know who Jay Cutler is. So this guy's going to go to events, okay? He's going to sit at a booth, probably a bodybuilding booth, and he's going to say, hey, everybody, you might not know me, but you know Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler knows me. So take a look at my book, read what he has to say, and also what I have to say, because there's a bridge of commonality built up from the consumer to Jay Cutler. Hey, I trust Jay. That means I could probably trust Gerald. Now, Gerald can stand on his own, but nobody knows who he is. This is marketing. This is positioning. This is using leverage to your advantage. Your story becomes your competitive advantage, right? Well, throughout his journey, he met Jay, got to know him quite well, and now he's a resource. I own a photography business, and I'm starting a business to help market small businesses in specialized trades. Realty, photographers, plumbers. I own a photography business, and I'm starting a business to help market small businesses in specialized trades. Realty, photographers, plumbers. What would you recommend? Okay. Are you location-based? If you're in a certain area, you are going to be limited on this. If you are now able to do marketing for companies outside of your network, let's just say, here's what I would do. I would not be location-based. I would do something along the lines of, well, there's two ways to do it. If you are location-based, I would say, you know what? I will go around and take pictures of jobs you've already accomplished, maybe with customers you've already worked with, houses you've already built, realty companies, maybe corporations you've already dealt with. Hey, thanks, Josiah. I don't know if you're watching or not. Whatever it is, I would say I'll make it very convenient for you plumbers, realty companies. Let me do all the work. Because one of the hardest things is is getting pictures of things, high quality pictures that you can use. And I'm telling you right now, the plumbers that actually do the work, that see the houses, or the agents that go around and do the things and make the deals, or see, or what else here, realty, plumbers, the people who actually do the work don't want to be doing the photography. And you want a professional, maybe such as yourself, to go around and go and do that for them. Make it very convenient. Say, listen, I'll go around and I'll take care of this. I'll get the pictures, I'll get the testimonials, I'll get everything that you need to help promote your business. I would make it very convenient for the business to sign up and do business with you, but also for what you do for others. Make it really simple to sell. Now, if it's outside of that, Braden, tell me if you are looking to do business with people outside of your town or your city. Right down there, because I have some other ideas. Remember, guys, convenience is what's going to keep you guys alive. If you can make your job so much of a problem solver for other businesses, because I'll tell you right now, I'm looking to go anywhere. See, here's what I would do. This is a great idea. I mean, what you could do is you be the contact between the business and the consumer. Now, working with some of the big businesses I've worked with in the past, they don't have the time or the care or the want to actually reach out to the customers after the job is done. What I would do is reach out to a business, let's say a plumbing company, and say, listen, what I'll do for you is I'll get you pictures, testimonials, and information about the job that you can actually use. You get that customer's contact information, you make the call, and you say, customer A, how was your experience? Can you give me a testimonial we can use for the company? And would you be able to give me a picture of the job that we've done for you? Maybe it's plumbing, maybe it's landscaping, like Mark Dudek's company. So therefore, the consumer is the one that's giving you the picture. You're taking that, you're matching it up with the testimonial, you provide it to the actual business, and each time you do that, you get paid 50 or 100 bucks. You do that 10 times for them, they're willing to pay X amount of dollars for that person. That means you don't actually have to be on site, you're more of a marketing company for them by way of testimonials and images. And the images, even if they're low quality, it doesn't matter because it actually comes from the customer. What you would do is you charge per customer that you give them. You just need the information. Say, hey, I'm Braden Tomisic. I'm Braden Tomisic with customer service reps. I want to ask you, how was your job? Did you appreciate it? Did you like it? And what didn't you like about it? Take that information. They're going to love that information because I'm telling you right now, you can actually sell this as a third-party service. And if you're a third-party service, you actually can say, hey, I'm a third-party service. I want to see how everything is done. And if you didn't like it, why not? If you did like it, what did you like about it? That's a way to get outside your network. You can also get into one step further and have actually contractors drive over, take pictures, whatever, go and actually deal with the businesses if you're not in that area. That's a lot of work. I would try to think smarter and not work as hard. And then the other way to do that is, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, small business owners who are plumbers, who are landscapers, whatever, they probably are approached so many times by people who are saying that they can help them with their business. Hey, we can help you out with yellow pages. We can help you out with this. No problem. Exist to praise. If you have any questions, let me know. That is really going to be, it's going to be tough to get a hold of them to get a sit-down meeting. And if you're going to branch out, you're going to start this business up, I would do a lot of work for free for the first month, 2 months, 3 months. Say, listen to me, you don't know who I am, I don't have many customers built up, but here's what I can do for you. You point me into a house, I'll take pictures of everything, I'll take pictures of the work we've done, maybe it's landscaping, maybe it's driveways, maybe it's concrete work, great, great idea. Go after those type of people. Those people need social media, those people need images, and those people do not give a shit about taking pictures of the job when it's done. Some do now, younger guys. But these concrete guys, they don't care. All right, so if it's going to be in your network, I would actually recommend phone calls are really tough with those guys. See, I'm a Zoom guy. No, these older guys who own these businesses, they don't give a shit about Zoom. They don't care about any of that stuff. What I would do is I would three-step approach them. Number one, I would send them something. I'm all about giving value. So here's my idea for you, Braden. If you were to do what we do, this is why I started this company. You write a book based off of top 10 ways to increase sales with photos and testimonials. Okay? Top 10 ways to improve your business, whatever it is. Make it 100 pages, write it, have somebody like me write it, whatever it is. Whenever that book is done, you go either drop it off or you send it to them. You call them up and say, hey, I have something that you might like. I'd love to give you a free copy of it. Are you guys interested? You can either drop it off or I can send an email. They're most likely going to say, send it to me in an email. Okay. What's your email? Now you have their email. You send them a copy of your book. 3 days later, you can give them a call back and say, hey, I sent you a copy of my book. It's talk about ways of, of increasing your business. I'm going to be in your area. Would you like me to stop by? Did you like the book? I'd love to give you a few minutes of my time. Maybe I can show you what we do, and I'm willing to even do it at a discounted rate since I don't have too many people in your area to show you. You're giving, 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 giving. When you stop by the place, if you get a meeting, I'm all about face-to-face. That's why I prefer Zoom calls. Zoom calls are much better than phone calls. I hate phone calls. Get into a face-to-face situation, build a relationship. Did you like my book? Did you read chapter 3? I think it pertains to you for this reason. Here's what I could do for you. My fees are usually $1,000, but because you don't know me and not many people know me in this area, I'm willing to do it at a discounted rate. I'll even do it for free for you, the first one. But in the end, I want something from you. I would love to have 3 referrals if you like my work. Something like that. Face-to-face, way to go, man. Give, 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 and then ask. You're very familiar with Gary Vee, I'm sure. There's a lot of people talk about what he does. He just put it in a certain way. You give a lot, and then you ask in the end. Give, provide, prove your value. Show them what you're worth. If you're worth a whole hell of a lot, they're going to see it. And once you do it at a real low rate, they're going to say, man, this person is a valuable person to me. I want to use them more and more. And that's how you start the fire. Then, once you get enough people built up, throw gasoline on it by raising your prices and actually taking that money and putting it into marketing or advertising. Anybody have any questions out there? I actually do have a face-to-face meeting here very soon, so I got to run. But if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. There's a couple different ways. Number one, check out this guy's book. It was a bestseller last week. You can go on my website, get a free copy of my book called DreamStarter, the Startup Business Guide for the Die-Hard Entrepreneur. Reach out to me at mfallat@dreamstarterspgh.com. Call me on my cell phone. My direct number is 412-496-9448. And if you have any questions about writing your book, position yourself as the expert, we are here to help, man. Thanks, guys. Take care.